There's a single dime, 10 cents, that's sold at auction for nearly $2 million. dollars. And the most terrifying part of this story is that only 9 examples are confirmed to exist in the entire world. 9 coins. Out of the billions of dimes ever minted, only 9 of these legendary treasures survive. One of them could be hiding in your grandmother's old jewelry box in an inherited coin collection that nobody's looked at in decades, or tucked away in a safe deposit box that's been forgotten for generations. If you find one of these dimes, you're instantly a millionaire. No exaggeration. 1 dime equals instant wealth. What I'm about to tell you is the most fascinating story in American coin collecting, and it involves mystery, scandal, possible corruption at the U.S. Mint, and a fortune that's been sitting undiscovered for over 100 years. The 1894 Barber Dime is the most famous and most valuable dime in American history. It's the coin that every serious collector dreams about finding. It's the Holy Grail, the white whale, the ultimate treasure. And the story of how these coins came to exist is shrouded in mystery and controversy that has never been fully solved. In 1894, the San Francisco Mint produced exactly 24 Barber Dimes. 24 coins. That's not a typo. While other mints were producing millions of dimes that year, San Francisco made only 2 dozen. The official mint records show this clearly 24 dimes struck in San Francisco in 1894. But here's where the story gets strange. Nobody knows for certain why they made so few. The official explanation from the Mint was that they needed to balance the books at the end of the fiscal year and struck just enough dimes to make the accounting work out. They supposedly needed exactly $2.40 worth of dimes to balance the ledger. But many historians and numismatists don't believe this explanation. They think something else was going on. The prevailing theory is that John Daggett, who was the superintendent of the San Francisco Mint at the time, had these special dimes struck as gifts for his friends and VIP guests. There's a famous story that Daggett gave 3 of the dimes to his daughter as ice cream money, telling her to save them because they'd be valuable someday. Whether this story is true or not, nobody knows for certain. But what we do know is that very few of these 24 dimes survived. Out of the original 24 coins struck, only 9 are confirmed to exist today. 9 specimens. That means 15 of them were either spent, lost, melted down, or destroyed over the past 130 years. Every decade that passes, there's a chance another one gets lost or damaged, making the survivors even more valuable. This is a coin where the population can only go down, never up. No more will ever be made. The 9 that exist are all that's left of this mysterious mintage. The value of these dimes is absolutely staggering. In 2016, an 1894 Barber Dime, graded Proof 64 by PCGS, sold at auction for $1.9 million. $1.9 million for a dime. Let that sink in. A coin with a face value of 10 cents sold for nearly $2 million. That's a return of 19 million%. And that wasn't even the finest known example. There's a specimen graded Proof 66 that's been valued at over $2.5 million. Some experts believe if that coin came to auction today, it could sell for $3 to $4 million because the market for ultra-rare coins has only gotten stronger. The condition of these dimes varies. The 9 known specimens range from Proof 60 to Proof 66. Even the lowest graded example is worth well over $1 million. The finest known example, the Proof 66 specimen, is considered essentially perfect. It has no spots, no scratches, no discoloration. It looks like it was struck yesterday. That coin has been owned by some of the most prominent collectors in American history and is now part of a private collection worth tens of millions of dollars. What makes this coin even more remarkable is that it's a proof coin, not a regular circulation strike. Proof coins are specially made for collectors with extra care and multiple strikes to bring up every detail. They have mirror-like fields and frosted devices. The 1894 Barber Dimes were all proofs, which means they were intentionally made to be special. This supports the theory that they were created as presentation pieces or gifts rather than for normal circulation. If they were just made to balance the books, why make them as proofs instead of regular strikes? It doesn't add up. The design itself is beautiful. Charles Barber was the chief engraver at the U.S. Mint from 1879 through 1917. His Liberty head design appeared on dimes, quarters, and half dollars. On the dime, Liberty faces right wearing a laurel wreath crown with a ribbon. The word Liberty appears on a band across her forehead. 13 stars surround her representing the original colonies. The date appears below. On the reverse, there's a wreath of agricultural products, corn, wheat, oak, and maple, surrounding the words "one dim." It's an elegant classical design that represents late 19th century American coinage at its finest. Now here's why you need to pay attention even if you think you'll never find one of these coins. First, not everyone knows what they have. These dimes have been discovered in inherited collections where the owners had no idea what they possessed. One was found in a box of coins purchased at an estate sale. Another was discovered in a safe deposit box that had been unopened for 40 years. People inherit old coins all the time and either spend them, sell them for scrap, or ignore them completely because they don't know what to look for. Second, if you have any old coin collection from the late 1800s or early 1900s, you need to check every single dime carefully. Even if you don't have an 1894S, you might have other valuable Barber dimes. The 1894 from Philadelphia or New Orleans is also valuable. An 1895O or 1896S in top condition is worth thousands. But you need to check everything because that one in a billion chance exists that you might have the Holy Grail. Here's how to identify an 1894S Barber dime if you think you found one. First, look at the date. It must say 1894. No other year is the key date. Second, flip the coin over and look at the reverse. Just below the wreath at the bottom of the coin, you should see a tiny letter S. That's the San Francisco mint mark. If there's no letter, it's Philadelphia. If there's an O, it's New Orleans. You specifically need the S. Third, the coin should have proof characteristics, mirror-like surfaces, and sharp frosted details. Fourth, and this is critical, if you think you have one, do not handle it. Do not clean it. Do not touch the surfaces. Put it in a protective holder immediately and contact a major auction house or professional coin grading service. The authentication process for an 1894S Barber dime is rigorous because the coin is so valuable that counterfeits exist. Professional graders will examine it under high magnification, verify the striking characteristics, check the weight and dimensions, and compare it to known genuine examples. If it's real, they'll certify it, and you'll become an instant millionaire. If it's fake, at least you know. The market for the 1894S Barber dime is unique because there are only 9 coins and probably thousands of collectors who would buy one if given the chance. This means that every time one comes to auction, there's intense competition. Wealthy collectors who have everything else need this coin to complete their sets. They'll pay whatever it takes. This dynamic ensures that prices will continue climbing over time. Some experts believe there might be a 10th or 11th specimen out there undiscovered. Maybe in a forgotten collection. Maybe in a safe deposit box that hasn't been opened since the 1920s. Maybe tucked into an old album in someone's attic. The possibility exists, however remote, that another one could surface. And whoever finds it wins the lottery. If you have access to old coin collections, especially from grandparents or great-grandparents who were collecting in the early 1900s, you need to go through every single coin carefully. Look at every dime. Check the dates and mint marks. Use a magnifying glass. Compare them to pictures online. The odds are astronomical that you'll find an 1894S. But other valuable Barber dimes exist and could be worth thousands. Even if you never find the million-dollar dime, understanding this story helps you appreciate what's possible in coin collecting. It shows that enormous value can hide in tiny packages. It proves that rarity and mystery create value that transcends the metal content. And it reminds us that treasures still exist waiting to be discovered. The 1894 Barber Dime represents the pinnacle of American coin collecting. It's the coin that made headlines when it broke auction records. It's the coin that appears in museum exhibits. It's the coin that every collector secretly hopes to find, even though they know the odds are impossibly small. If this video revealed the most valuable dime in American history and the incredible story behind it, subscribe to this channel right now and turn on notifications. Hit that like button if you're going to check your old coin collections more carefully. Share this with your family because someone might have old coins they've never properly examined. Comment below and tell me what the most valuable coin you've ever found is. Now go check those old collections. Your $2 million dime might be waiting to be discovered.